What's up, guys? Close to the end of November, Thanksgiving rolling around the corner, and it's a pretty good time to talk about being thankful. First, I got to give a shout out to my boy Man to Man. I'll leave the link in the description, but he talks about wanting to have everything set up so perfectly before you start something. And he kind of taught me some realization that you kind of just got to jump in. We got a couple things in the works, but this is one of those things. I talked about it, video number 2 or 3 or something like that, stepping out on that skinny branch. For me, it's not all that comfortable, and I don't really know what I'm doing with this channel, but my goal is to reach people that need help. That's why I titled it Reach Out, Bro. And that's exactly what I want to do. I want to have a safe place for people to come and listen, to learn, to let them know that they're worth something to someone in this life. But in order to get this thing going, I can't have it set up perfect. I don't have the perfect lighting. I'm in my driveway. You know, I got to make sure that I just step out and start what I want to do with a goal in mind, and then just keep chipping away every day. So my focus today is something I heard in church today is you are loved. And it's because the title was because of you. And really I want to point some fingers back at you specifically. Somewhere in this world, somebody has had an impact in one way or another, and it's because of you. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing, because of you. I want you to know that at your deepest, darkest times, that somebody, it could be next door, it could be clear across the country, it could be on the other side of the globe. Somebody needed you for something. Somebody needed to hear you say something. Somebody needed to see you post something that led them to believe that they matter, that somebody cares, that they're accepted, that they're loved. But at the end of the day, they just want to be seen. They want to be heard. They want to be talked to. I think that's something that we miss that's pivotal to our lives, is the fact that when we feel our loneliest, when we feel the most depressed, when we feel the most anxious, when we feel like giving up, we really got to step out on that skinny branch and do something that's really uncomfortable. And those uncomfortable things could be as simple as making that phone call, asking somebody, swallowing that pride pill and asking somebody simply for help. Could be shooting that text message to that one person you've been dreading talking to, but you know they possibly can make a difference. Open the Bible, read something. There are so many different avenues that I think we leave just untouched and unexplored. And then the moment becomes too late and we miss out on that opportunity. You know, I heard something in church today that they talked about a young lady that was struggling, and she labeled herself anonymous. In this case, she labeled herself a student, and she sent letters. And the letter was, you know, not knowing if she was seen, not knowing if she was heard. The second letter involved stuff like thinking that God wasn't paying attention to her, that she had no purpose in life. The third letter was, I'm fully devoted to just giving up because nobody hears me, nobody sees me, God doesn't see me, God doesn't hear me. And the fourth letter was a note that just simply said, you'll get a call from my mom because I've ended it all. And ultimately, that's not what we want. We don't want to see that kind of stuff in life. She's still around today because somebody wrote back, somebody reached out, and she understood at that point in time that not only God hadn't given up on her, but the people that were around to read those letters hadn't given up on her either. Can't lose the faith. Might throw people out on a tangent talking about God in a video, but I firmly believe that he exists and he will help. All you have to do is ask. You have to reach out. You have to understand that there is a bigger entity out there that is much bigger than ourselves. And I know that I've talked about how you have to fight yourself and fight yourself and fight yourself. But ultimately, at the end of the day, you have to believe that something's out there that can really, really help you. And you have to lean on that. I've had to lean on it myself. You go through hard times, trials and tribulations, and you tend to walk on that really wide and super safe trail. But at the end of the day, it takes the hard stuff to realize who you are. I talked about it in the last video. The hard times are all stacked up beneath the success that you can gain. But are you willing to push for that success? And I think as far as starting, it's challenging. You want to make sure that everything's set up. Again, like my buddy said, you want to make sure that everything's set up for success before you push on to be successful. I've learned that you can't. You got to take issues head on and confront some reality that you just got to jump into the deep end, put the floaties on the side of the pool, man, and just jump into the deep end and do something outside of the box. Get outside of that comfortable zone of life. We talk about it at work quite a bit, but you have to be uncomfortable to be successful. Be comfortable being uncomfortable, because that's the only way to succeed. It's an uncomfortable environment that we live in. The world is uncomfortable. Sometimes work can be uncomfortable. Sometimes the people around you in your own daily lives can be uncomfortable. But if you just slump into that behavior of just being comfortable with the way things are and never pushing forward to change, the only person you have to blame is yourself for things to not get better. Because ultimately, they're not going to get any better. If you're just complacent with where you're at and what you're doing, don't expect things to change without diving in head first and making a big splash and a big difference. But I think we go through life expecting things to be handed to us. Just right here on a silver platter. And it ain't going to happen. That relationship, that car, that house, that money, that just whatever, that job, it ain't going to be handed to you. You have to work for it. But before you work for it, you have to put your mind at ease and know at the end of the day that you're going to get up and you're going to fight for what you want. So to tie it all back together, don't plan the perfect escape route from reality. Don't plan the perfect career 10 years from now. Just get up and do it. Make a difference. Take a step out on that skinny branch and do what I'm doing. Get uncomfortable. Because of you, I'm here, and I want to make a difference. I hear too many sad stories of people giving up on themselves to the point where they make a permanent decision to exclude themselves from the world. And it's just a really uneasy feeling knowing that if you don't do anything about it, somebody's just going to cease to exist. It's like a light switch. One day it's there, the next day it's gone. And that doesn't sit well with me. And there's too much of it in the world. There's too many people that need the help. There's too many people that need that message. There's too many people that just need to hear a simple thing, and they never get the chance to because we're too stuck being ordinary, comfortable people. It's really awkward to talk to somebody that's hurting. It's really uncomfortable to talk to somebody that's hurting or dealing with any kind of mental battle. But I've done it. I've done it to complete strangers. I don't know if I mentioned it in one of my videos, one of my first or second videos, but I play a lot of Call of Duty, and I talked to this guy that I was playing with, and I said, dude, what's something that you struggle with that you wish you could get better with? Like, what's clogging up that mental drain? He's like, dude, I get so angry. And I was like, about what? He's like, I can't tell you. But he said, too often I bottle it all up inside until it's too late, and then I lash out. I never met this guy in my life. But that sense of relief that I got from just asking him a simple question and showing him that I actually cared about what he's going through, I'd like to think at the end of the day that it made a little bit of a difference. I talked about it in another video about sitting down with somebody. Just go to the coffee shop and sit down with that one person that is simply just sitting alone, and just talk. Sometimes that's what we need. Sometimes it's refreshing to just talk to somebody you don't know. Chop it up a little bit. Get uncomfortable today. Don't plan out everything you do. Just get uncomfortable. Dive in. Let's get motivated. Let's get excited. Let's make a difference. Let's turn something horrible into something unimaginable. Let's be there for others. Let's have a little faith. Let's just remember to be present. We're all in this together at the end of the day. What are you going to do about it? Are you willing to make a difference? Or is it too much of a hassle? Does it get into your perfect cookie cutter ways? Or are you willing to take that uncomfortable step? So I'm right-handed, I take that first step with my right foot. But I'm going to get up from this chair and I'm going to take a step with my left foot just to get uncomfortable. I'm going to get on here and I'm going to talk to every single one of you guys just to get uncomfortable. I'm going to give 110% every single day just to be uncomfortable. Because I want to make a difference and I want to see some things change. I'm tired of all the sadness. I'm tired of all the hate. But I know you on the other side of this phone, watching on your computer screen, you need it. I'm here. You need it. So I'm going to keep giving it. I know my goal, with it being at the end of the month, my goal was to post every day. And I have life hit me. Left and right, and left and right, and left and right. But the thing that motivates me are the people around me, my family, God. My buddy over on his Man-to-Man channel, he keeps me motivated, he keeps me straight. So I promise to do better for you guys. Because of you, that's why I'm here. Because I want to see a difference. Let's get uncomfortable together. Like I said, I'll leave a link to him down below. Go check out his stuff. Because he's impactful to me. He might not know it, but hopefully he does. And see you on the next one.